I'm buried in an avalanche. I don't know what to do. Go, guys, let's go! Fast!
Boys.
Come on, let's move! Hang on!
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm awake yet. Just gotta throw the last remaining items in the trailer and to Valemount we go. Almost there. 5 hours to our stopping point for tonight. Get some rest and then get at it right away in the morning and finish up the drive to Valemount and then roll right into our Avi course tomorrow night. So looking forward to getting up there.
It's a little chilly out, so we gotta bring the clutch in the hotel so it doesn't freeze. That would be a mess. Very happy to be out of the truck. I drove 11 hours from Land O'Lakes to Dickinson, North Dakota. And another 11-ish hours to Idaho Falls. And then I don't even know how many hours we did today, but it's like 10 or 11 more today. And we got 5 more tomorrow.
Oh, he's got the Duramax, dude.
Good.
What's up, man? I'm Andrew.
Andrew Todd,
Nice to
how are you,
meet
brother?
you.
Colin. What's up,
Good to
brother?
see you, buddy.
Colin.
How much?
Yeah.
Excited to be up here.
Yeah, man. Pretty pumped too.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Jack?
Here we go, man.
This is Valemount, baby!
Yeah. Wow.
We teach in these cabins a few times a year. There's many people out there that teach AST. It can be done in many different ways, but it's a standardized approach. The cool thing about Avalanche Canada is they get a curriculum that's a standardized curriculum with the 7 to 8 hours class and then the full field day, and that's AST1. Everybody thinks that an AST1 is this, it's the be all to end all, and it's actually the very bottom of the mountain. It's tree line or below tree line, right? We still have stages to go above that. You guys have been riding for a long time, and by the YouTube stuff that you do, like you've been riding hard for a while. A lot of it's our mental attitude as well, but if we can throw in a really good mental attitude, calm the human factors that catch most of us, we pair our current experience and current knowledge with some of this theory training and with practice with our gear. That's what makes us that well-rounded athlete out there, right? The avalanche safety and being safe out there, it really has nothing to do with how good of a rider you are. It's how aware we are of the factors around us, how aware we are of that terrain and the snow conditions that we're put on. And then, mainly it's the decisions that we make out there. And so what we want to do with AST1 is we want to start gathering some information, fill in a toolkit as we're going the entire time, and really try to lower that risk as much as we can.
We were in the trees, like pretty much in the flats, and I was pushing up this creek to see what was up there. We weren't quite sure. So riding these super tight trees, like some of the most technical stuff I had done at that point, pop out into this open. Instantly being able to look above me and see, like, I knew right away it wasn't good because there's a train track at the bottom. Rolled over, convex.
Convex, we're doing.
No trees whatsoever, not a very big area. I mean, maybe twice the size of this house, 3 times the size of this house. But I remember looking down, like, that's not good. What's down there? I'm like, what's down there? Creek and all trees. I'm like, I got a gap. I could probably shoot there. I have to jump over the bars to hopefully make it across the creek, or I can make it to that.
Are you moving?
Yeah.
You're moving during all this process, right?
Yeah. And I just shot for the other one, and I'm like, oh, okay, that was fine. And I looked behind me in the half the slope line. So, and nobody else could get back there. That was the sketchy part. So while, it wasn't really all that much snow, nobody else would have known where that I had gone down, or would have been able to get back there in the first place because we couldn't go right up the creek bottom.
No.
Otherwise,
Yeah, you rode all the way out and then I went up and followed your tracks back with you and we checked it out.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's so many cool things that were said there, right? Like your terminology is amazing. It's part of one of the things that we want to work on here is terminology. Also consequences of what happens if something goes wrong, right? So you kind of just hit on that. Like no one else could get to me. There's a terrain trap down here. Like, you know, the consequences were quite high. And you're moving. I'm walking, I'm ski touring, and you know, split boarding, and I got all this time in the world to think about where I am. I can listen, I can feel whoops, I can, you know, take a little bit more time. But when we're on sleds, you know, we don't want to get stuck, especially facing uphill, deep snow creeks. You know, we got to move fast. We have to process a lot of information, and it's a cool thing about sleds, but it's also one of our issues. You know, what really helps us out there to manage our avalanche risk is a constant vigilance, systematic approach, and years of experience. But it's not as cut and dry as it sounds. It's, you know, just that cup of coffee in the morning, that looking at the avalanche hazard, planning where we're going based on the avalanche hazard, the terrain that we're going to use, the group skill that we have, right? How dynamic are we as a group? Do we get along really well? Are we all riding the same well? You know, a systematic approach to how we ride out here is really, really going to help us in the long run. I truly believe that what goes on in our heads is what keeps us safe. We need to start talking avalanche talk. Again, AST1, we all want to be on that same level. It takes skill, perishable skill. We don't want to lose this stuff. So we need to invest some time. That's why this theory stuff is so important. We need to be able to communicate what we see out there, but more importantly to us, it's like being good with a transceiver. It doesn't matter how good I am if I'm riding with you. I need you to be good if I'm the guy under the snow, right? So, you know, that data that I'm getting from somebody else, you know, I want to be able to interpret that data properly.
So you're going to come in from the bottom and kind of trace like you would do a bow tie if you were going around.
We're all trying to get better at bringing this stuff down, but you know, we still need to talk at a certain level, and that's where we all need to be. More circles, lines, and squares, and less bow ties.
Jack, what do you think so far?
So far, so good. Reinforcing a lot of knowledge that we've picked up from riding with some experts in the industry over the past couple of years. But learning a lot of new stuff too, learning a lot of things that we haven't even considered, you know, those unknown unknowns, stuff we didn't even know about in the past that could be a problem in the future. So far this course has been really intriguing, really interesting, and I'm looking forward to finishing up and getting in the field tomorrow.
Yeah, loving it.
What do you guys think?
It's pretty dang cool.
This is probably one of the coolest experiences relative to snowmobiling I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I find this just as fun as being on a mountain.
Yeah.
It's gonna help us so much more.
Oh God,
You think?
My mind's already blown. I can't even like begin to think what the field day is gonna be.
Yeah.
And like we're only just getting started.
I'm
It's
excited.
gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome, that's for sure.